Watch the real-life program about exceptional destinies, remarkable opportunities, and unbelievable facts right now. He wears a leather jacket, helmet, cycling gloves and sunglasses and looks like a sheriff who appeared in Kazakhstan somehow. As he's got a beard, he was often mistaken for a mujahid abroad. In Madame Tussaud's wax museum, he was taken for a waxwork. In Papua New Guinea, they didn't have a foggiest idea what kind of person he was. He carried Kazakhstan's flag through the whole world. He covered 250,000 kilometers on his motorcycle. He is Dmitry Petrukhin. There were situations when I was dying from the heat, hunger or freezing. They were like tests of endurance for me. Probably God gives me the strength. Who do adventurers follow? What makes people perform heroic deeds? What does a Tunguska meteorite have to do with it? Rain, snow, dust and wind beat against his face. After he covered 200 kilometers, the flapping flag started tearing. He had to mend it on the way. Later, he started putting in order for flags made of canvas. In this way, the symbol which is necessary for the traveller became invulnerable. He can cover 3,000 kilometers with it. This flag will always be with me. You see, it looks so beautiful. I show it during presentations and meetings. The photos of me with the flag are taken. These photos were taken everywhere except for the South Pole and the North Pole. By the way, I plan going there too.
Кстати, это у меня в планах.
This is Petrukhin's biker house. Of course, the place of honor gives it to the flag and trophies brought from various places of the world. Little flags and souvenirs invoke memories and do not occupy much space. However, the first thing everyone notices is a real biker's dress code. He is not the stereotypical biker who causes trouble. The bikers' movement was started in the USA after World War II. It is said that demobilized pilots founded it. A leather jacket is the second most important thing after the motorcycle, which makes a person a biker. Petrukhin received this present from his friends and takes great pride in it. The leather jacket weighs at least 5 kilograms. My friends gave me this waistcoat too. There are all the 150 flags from the places I have visited. This round-the-world journey lasted 10 years. He went to the countries of Eurasia, Africa and Latin America in 2 stages. When he arrived at any country, he was judged by his appearance. However, when the same people saw him off, they knew a lot about the country called Kazakhstan. Of course he wears a chapan, which is a Kazakh national piece of clothing at formal receptions abroad. This is the second chapan he has in his wardrobe. The first one on the motorcycle, on which Petrukhin covered half the distance, are in the museum of the president in Astana. This is Dmitry Petrukhin's ceremonial suit. Here the Dostik medal, the Kermet medal, was handed to the biker by the president of the country for his contribution to improving people's knowledge about Kazakhstan all over the world. He even has a miner's medal of the 3rd degree. He spent 10 years working as a miner in Karaganda. He came off shift and on gaining independence in 1991, which was quite symbolic. He went on journeys. It took him only a day to get to the highest award for a biker. This award is called Iron Butt because in order to ride 1,000 miles a day, you need to have something made of iron. Having this distinctive tattoo is like a business card for many foreigners. Dmitry rode 2,500 kilometres and reached his qualifying standard 4 times. When he was a child, Petrukhin enriched the exciting adventures of the characters from books by Jack London, Fenimore Cooper and Jules Verne with his own experiences. He dreamed of travelling so much that he ran away from home a few times. I always wanted to go places, look at people and try extreme sports. However, the police always found me and sent me home. His dream came true 40 years later. I started my adventures after my children grew up. I built a house and planted trees. My wife supported me too. Natalia, wearing a biker's bandana, has stood by him for 35 years. Their 2 sons have grown up. Otherwise, as Lermontov said, what should I seek in a distant country? Look, I'm wearing a uniform here. In this way, he found himself on Chokhan Valikhanov's yacht sailing around the world. The aim of that diplomatic mission was to represent Kazakhstan abroad. He has the Polar Star Award. The other side of the coin included seasickness, fish flying at night, and a ship breaks down. It seems that these 2 years haven't passed. We're leaving, and let it be. So let's hope the weather will be good and favourable wind will blow and we'll be in a good mood. When he was a child, he dreamt of eating raw meat. But he didn't jump together with the Aborigines, and even in the USA, where he dreamt of seeing real Indians, he was told he was about 50 years late. However, it was still a dangerous adventure as before. When our yacht was sailing in this area, Papians ate a German traveller on one of the islands. He was alone, but we were on the yacht.
Немецкого путешественника. Но он как бы в одиночку все это делал, а мы-то были на яхте.
A safe distance is probably the only way to prove that you aren't tasty. They sailed by all of the equatorial countries and it took them 4 years with interruptions. There were a lot of challenges for Dmitry en route. Bungee jumping was known at the time of the Aztecs. Then young warriors attached their legs to vines and jumped from high rocks during ritual dances. Petrukhin almost rode by when suddenly he saw in the mirror that somebody jumped down. At that time, an amusement such as bungee jumping was not known in the post-Soviet countries. You paid $130 and water of the Zambezi River moistened your trousers. The biker weighed 140 kilograms, which exceeded the weight limit, but his inner voice convinced him not to give up. Well, are you a man or not? These 14 kilograms don't affect anything. I signed some documents in the African language and paid $50 more. It seems that they were sending me to make my final journey.
Такое впечатление, что они меня в последний путь провожали.
This is my number and my weight is shown on my body. Like Batman with Kazakhstan's flag on his back, he soared over the abyss. Look, what's going on? And where am I? When they were lifting him, he sent his regards to his wife Natalia and all of the people of Kazakhstan. He jokes that he was the first person who jumped with a flag. It heralded the start of his new adventurous plans. Now I'll go from Australia to New Zealand, where I can try cool bungee jumping, and then I'll go to Switzerland. He wanted to visit the Chinese Empire for a long time. On his motorcycle, he went through 40 countries of Asia and the Near East in order to help Kazakhstan gain popularity before 2011 Asian Winter Games. He carried the Olympic torch in Beijing. It was an honor for him. Later, he rode on the Great Wall of China. It was an unprecedented occurrence because he was the first biker who managed to visit the Chinese Empire. This is the record of his route. The windshield is like a globe. He calls it tulpa and even talks with it as if it was alive. His bike is past its prime. Once it was almost stolen in Pakistan. I pulled its front end into the little house where I stayed and attached it to my hand. At night I felt that it was being pulled out. Of course, I dispersed them. He has had a lot of such adventures. It is said that a car carries your body while a bike carries your soul, which is restless and wants a storm. It strives to be exposed to danger. I always want to give up this journey around the world. I'll say that I'll hang up my boots and forget it as a nightmare. However, in a day or two I'm revived again and I feel everything is fine. He was born near Krasnoyarsk in a mysterious place where the Tunguska meteorite had fallen. He thinks that this connection gives strength to him. Probably those anomalies and cataclysms influenced me to start traveling around the world, and nobody stopped me. He has been to all of the temples of the world, religions including Buddhist, Catholic and Christian ones, mosques and synagogues. He attached the Mass, said the Pope John Paul II. He said that after the Mass he regained his strength, and although he hadn't slept for 24 hours, had continued his journey. I respect all the religions and of course I believe in God, although I'm already over 50 and I haven't adhered to any belief yet. Nevertheless, he has never abandoned belief, even when he was nearly trampled by elephants in Indonesia or when he was holding an unexploded shell in his hand. He was attacked by snakes and an iguana stole his gloves. He had many accidents. Diseases could have struck him anywhere. I always have fear. It's a kind of word. If you are afraid where you are going, I just think about my relatives. He spent a whole month being imprisoned in Tunisia, where he was taken for a terrorist. Russian diplomats helped him. Nevertheless, he was grateful for the happy outcome. When we arrived in Marseille, I had to go all those humiliating procedures as if I was a terrorist, although they saw my visa saying that I was just a traveler. What makes him leave home again and again? He couldn't answer this question. There is only one thing I know exactly. I'll never mount a motorcycle as a passenger because I have a terrible fear of being a passenger.
Ездить пассажиром.